Hello. I have a very exciting weekend and I thought let's do a little vlog. I have no idea when you are ever going to see this video because after 8 years of service, my beloved PC has finally kicked the bucket. It's been dying for the last 5, so my entirety on YouTube has been edited on this PC that I had, and I use a program called DaVinci Resolve. It is a free video editing software, and it's been slow, and the computer has just gotten slower and slower and slower in those 5 years, and so it's finally time for me to get a new PC. I've moved everything onto an external hard drive, and it's time to get a new PC. I'm very excited. Hopefully I can get it up and running fairly soon as I'm filming this vlog to hopefully edit and upload to YouTube. So along with this new PC adventure we're going on together, I am also going to be reading this weekend. Currently, August has been weird. I've gotten every single book I've read that's new to me has been 3 stars. 3 solid stars. Nothing great, nothing horrible, just middle of the road. And I'm getting sick of it. I want to find some 5 stars. So I've actually been doing some rereading. I'm currently in the middle of 2 of my favorite books, so I won't talk too long about them, but I'm rereading Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher, which is a romantasy. I absolutely adore Paladin's Grace, and every time I reread it, I'm just comforted and reminded why I love this series so much. I'm also rereading Band Sinister, which is a historical Achillean romance featuring a polyamorous relationship that revolves around consent and kind of forced proximity, and I adore Guy and Philip. This is one of my favorite romances of all time, and it's been really lovely rereading some of my favorites. And that's in an attempt to jumpstart my love of reading and maybe find, hopefully with, bolstered enthusiasm, I will find some new 5-star reads very soon. I am reading a new book to me called Savor It by Tara DeWitt, which is a contemporary small town romance about a New York chef moving to the small town for this summer to consult on a new restaurant that the owner of his previous restaurant is opening in this kind of coastal town in Spoons, Oregon. And one of the local women who is a school teacher, and she raises a bunch of misfit farm animals or animals on her property, and she grows flowers. A little bit of Grumpy Sunshine dynamic going on, but this book also deals with grief. The main character, Fisher? I can't quite recall. The main male love interest hero, we do get his perspective. His sister passed away 3 years prior to the novel starting, and he is now the legal guardian of his 15-year-old niece, and they are both struggling with grief. And Fletcher, whatever his name is, sorry, is having a little bit of a inspiration block because of his unhealed trauma surrounding that. Sage, our other main character, she loves being in this small town, and she was actually in a 5-year relationship and broke up, and that guy went on to very quickly become engaged and marry somebody else, and so she's kind of over him, but she's tired of the town treating her like a pity case. So she is kind of looking for a way to move on and just live her life and be treated with respect and not be treated so like with kid gloves. And like I said, it's kind of a sunshine grumpy situation. Small town, they're neighbors for at least the summer, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think this has very similar vibes to an Abby Jimenez book, which, Abby Jimenez tends to deal more with intense emotional themes. as well as having some rom-com-y moments, and this book is giving that, in my opinion. I haven't laughed out loud yet, but there have been some moments where I've smiled to myself. There's a three-legged cat who's kind of funny. His name's Legolas, so they call him Legs. That's kind of funny. So yeah, lots of opportunity. I'm only about 20% in, so I really just started, but hopefully I can get to that this weekend while doing this whole PC transfer thing. So welcome to the vlog. I hope you see this soon-ish after I film it. Hopefully the new PC is going to be working out for me. And I can't wait to take you along with me for my weekend.
So my carrots are ready. Look at how big this is. Okay, here's my hand for comparison. Got some good ones. Peas, tomatoes. You got to see how many cucumbers I have too. Yeah, I got a lot of food prep to do today. All right, we're getting somewhere with these carrots. 2 cleaned ones. These ones are still needing to be cleaned, and these are all the scraps. Probably shouldn't be filming with hands this dirty, but... Also, here's the sunflowers. You know, normal looking sunflowers. And then there's Jorge, who is a good, I don't know, 2 feet taller than all my other sunflowers. He is absolutely massive. Look at this. This is my hand. Something's eating him, but I don't mind providing food for creatures. But yeah, he's a good twice my height. And granted, I'm not that tall, but he's at least, I don't know, 10, 12 feet tall. And something's been eating this one too. And this is where all those carrots came from. It's all this bare earth now. So empty. But look, my peppers are growing. Doing well. Where's some little peppers? I know we got some somewhere. There they are. Bam. Oop, yesterday was leg day and I probably should not have crouched down. Not me ugly crying. 5 stars.
So as you can see, it's much later in the day based on the sunlight in this video, in this angle. I had such a good day so far. I got up at 6:30, rested. Can't remember the last time I woke up feeling rested. Spent a couple hours playing video games. Baldur's Gate 3, I'm still obsessed. Then went grocery shopping, got lunch with my husband, came back, went in my garden. And then I spent several hours meal prepping, cleaning all that produce, and listening to my audiobook and ugly crying because it was so beautiful. I am giving Savor It by Tara DeWitt 5 stars. This was so good, you guys, and I apologize for not checking in partway through the book. I was just so focused on my task at hand that I didn't feel like stopping what I was doing and filming reactions. But what I love about this book is how vulnerable the 2 main characters are with each other. Fisher is his name, and Sage open up to each other in a really beautiful way that really moved me. They both have scars and are healing and are working to improve themselves in different ways, and the way that they open up to each other and show that to each other is really beautiful. And by the end of the book, I was ugly crying, not wanting them to do a 3rd act breakup. But of course it's a happily ever after in the end. So I absolutely adored this. It was a little spicy, not gonna lie. I thought it was kind of hot, and not in a there were so many scenes, but I think because of how much I was loving these characters, the dirty talk, the flirting, and the few scenes that we do get felt even more impactful and memorable to me. I was kicking my feet, I was giggling, I just was having a really great time with this one. And the ugly crying was not from the onions I chopped, so that was great. And all that to say, I still have not touched this PC. So I'm in my office now and I'm gonna spend a little bit of time working on my new PC. I haven't even taken it out of the box, so maybe let's do that.
And I'm guessing we're gonna be doing this update for a while, but I keep my PC in this little slot. But yeah, there it is. It's not much to look at, but it's an HP. It's a PC. It'll get the job done. But it can slide out, which is cool. But yeah, it's plugged in and it's just, you know, doing its thing. Good morning, everyone. I'm at my desk. One of the meal prep things that I did was make a Greek salad with all the tomatoes I harvested and the cucumbers I had. And this is what it looks like. Tomatoes, garbanzo beans, peppericinis, cucumber, feta, green pepper, red onion. And then I made my own dressing, which is olive oil, lemon juice, Dijon mustard, salt, and pepper. Just gives it a little tanginess. This whole meal is kind of tangy. Oh, and there's also Kalamata olives in here. So one of the things that I made, I'll link the recipes. I also made a cucumber salad, an Asian cucumber salad, and I made our homemade tzatziki sauce, and both are very good, except for I put too much garlic in the tzatziki sauce, which I never thought I would ever say as a garlic lover, but I truly did put too much garlic, and it's a lot. It tastes more like a garlic sauce than a cucumber sauce, if you know what I mean. But I'll link all the recipes down below, except this Mediterranean salad, I made up the recipe, so I can just link. I'll just like list all the ingredients down below if you ever want to make something like this. Lots of fiber, and there's some protein in here. Just a way to eat a bunch of vegetables. That's my breakfast for the day because I have so much of it. The computer is already up and running. It's quiet. I'm actually going to do some editing today on it and see how that goes. I saved up for 3 years to buy this computer, and so it feels extra special and meaningful to finally have a new PC. So today I'm going to do some editing. I'm actually going to edit part of this vlog, all of the clips I've taken so far, just to see how that goes. I'm also excited because I could actually have the latest version of DaVinci, which is DaVinci Resolve 20, and I think my computer had DaVinci Resolve 16, and when I tried to go from 16 to 17, my computer literally shut down, and I had to restart my computer from a backup, and so I couldn't update to the newest version of DaVinci, so I'm really pleased. I kind of want to do some gaming today, but I do have some more chores to get done, so I'm going to do some editing, finish my chores, maybe come back and do some gaming later. I'm enjoying my rereads. I'm not really talking about the books I'm reading much in this vlog, but just know that I am listening to some of my favorite books and really happy I found a 5-star in this weekend. Oh, you already know what time it is. It's time for a bubble bath. Featuring Plant-Based Bride. Great video, by the way. My husband is cooking, so if you hear sizzling, bacon. I never finished this vlog. I never did a wrap-up clip, so here it is several days later. This was a weird reading month. August in general, the whole of August, weird reading month, but at least I had some highlights. I got a new HP. It's working great. It turns on in like 2 seconds. Oh, I could cry. Editing has been a breeze. It's been great. I found a 5-star this month in this vlog. I loved Savor It by Tara DeWitt. I loved doing some of my rereads this month. It's been a joy. So thanks for sticking around until the end of this vlog. You're a real one, and I'll see you in another video of mine very soon. Bye.